right, cool. I'm gonna show a demo about the content validator. Let me just share my screen. I'm gonna share the entire screen. Great, let me know how this is working with our thing. Okay, but basically, I don't know if folks are that familiar with the content validator or how often y'all are using it, but it's a good place to see how your model is interacting with your workbooks. Right now, this content validator will run and it checks, does your workbook have any queries that might be invalidated by your model, and in which case we might get a nice error. Right now, I just have these three beautiful, like not broken queries, but I'm going to show you a new feature that we're working on that has to do with branch attached drafts. And the idea is that I'm going to create a new branch. And I'm going to make changes to my events view that I know will cause problems for my my queries. So I'm going to add accounts, going to change that, save to the branch. Then I'm going to go to the content validator, and I'll see here this event has an issue, no such field events count. Also, you can see the other queries I've not broken. And the nice thing about this, that's like slightly a new feature from before, is that if I go back to the existing content validator, I'm not going to see that problem. Like the branch draft, the content validator is working only on the branch. And the other thing that's important about this change is we want to make this, actually I already, these are practice demos that I made. Exit this branch, go back to the one I made for this demo, event updates 2. If I wanted to make a change to this, to fix this on my branch, let me see, I'm just going to remove this field from the query, go back to my content. I already shared content validator. So now my issue is fixed, but I've created a draft instead of updating the published document. I'm creating a draft on the branch. And again, if we go back to this content validator on the main branch without using a branch here, you should see that we haven't actually updated the existing content validator. And that's important because now we're going to start thinking of the content validator as a way to just compare, like, if you have a different model on your branch and that shows you what's wrong in your workbooks, you want to be able to update these workbooks without changing other people's branches or without interacting with other branches. Also, we want to be able to see, the other thing that was kind of useful about this is that this draft in my new branch, where's branch? This is a draft, but this is the draft on my branch, and my main branch doesn't know about that draft. So we're not going to show that here anymore. We're just going to show you the branches or the workbooks that are really relevant to the branch you're working on. And what that means for us is that we're going to show you all of the published documents that don't have a draft on your branch. And that's because you want to say, like, oh, did my model affect any of the published documents? But if you have a draft on your branch, that kind of overrides the published document, and we're going to show you that draft on the branch rather than the published document. And that way, what you're seeing on the branch page on the content validator is just everything that you need to know about the branch, nothing else. And it's useful. Hopefully, we'll keep iterating on this to make it a pretty powerful workbook manager tool.
This is so great and much needed. I'm curious, I saw you fixed the broken content via the workbook, and I'm guessing that's because right now if you run currently the content validator find replace stuff doesn't actually do stuff in branch. So that's I would imagine the next phase of this work.
Yeah, so I do have some work in progress that I was hoping to demo today about creating a draft when you use the replace operator on any of these pages in the document or in the content validator. Let me see if this is easy enough to share my screen again. Yes. But the idea is for these replace and find buttons, we don't want find already on this branch will work so that it just returns to you the documents that are relevant on the branch. It won't just show you, if you do run a find request, it won't show you like every document regardless of what the branch is on. But the replace has been a lot trickier. The goal with that is when you're making a replacement on a branch to fix your documents because of like a branch like model change, we want to create a draft of the published document rather than updating the published document for everyone. So that way your changes are really localized to that branch. And when you decide to merge, you can merge everything in, and that will make sure that you're not like surprised breaking a bunch of published docs when you make a change to your branch model. I can show you, I will definitely assign you as a reviewer to that code though, because I found it to be quite complex to create a draft of like to know which documents need drafts. Great. And yeah, we can talk, let's talk more offline too. But yeah, there'll be more updates coming to the content validator. Keep your eyes on that space.
That was awesome.